Welcome to the demonstration aspect of this presentation. Right now, we're going to be exploring the power of the generative AI tools that we have at our disposal, the one that can generate new text based on the prompt that you give to it, the one that can generate new images, generate videos, generate presentation. So we're just going to explore and you begin to appreciate the power of these tools that are available to us. We'll start up with the very first one that many people are familiar with, ChatGPT. And for those that are not familiar with it, you can access it by using chat.openai.com. And if you're not registered, it would ask you to sign up, put your email address, put password, and you're good to go. It will immediately give you this page. There are two versions of it. There's the free version, which is the 3.5, and there's the upgraded version, which is 4. For most of what we want to do, the version 3.5 will suffice for some of the questions and some of the information that we want to get out of it. The version 4 is the paid version. It will cost $20 only per month at 1,000 naira to dollar. God will provide. Okay, so one of the ways that you need to look at this is consider it as your personal assistant. So it is not just going to create things for you. You have to tell it what you want it to do. The same way you tell a personal assistant in the office, this is what I'm trying to do, this is what I'm trying to do, and then they'll put the schedule together for you. So here you are going to instruct it what you want it to do. One of the things that we'll explore is how we can use it as a brainstorming partner. So for instance, we can come here, we can say, give me examples of businesses I can start in Nigeria today. Let's qualify this. Let's say profitable businesses I can start in Nigeria today. And it goes to work. It will run through a series of things, giving you information, giving you data. So it proceeds. Just come up with quite a number of ideas. It says starting a profitable business in Nigeria today, like any other country, depends on various factors such as your skills, interest, available resources, market demand. And here are some business ideas. It gives us agriculture, e-commerce, real estate, tech startup, education, e-learning, transportation. It talks about waste management, event management, clothing, tourism and hospitality. It's giving us 16 solid ideas, profitable ideas that we can start. Let's say we're interested in one of them. Let's say we're interested in this number 11. So we can come back here and we can prompt it and say, give me, I'm interested in knowing more about idea number 11. It knows what that is. Tell me the prospects, opportunities, and challenges involved. So once again, ChatGPT will go to work, giving us the information, much needed information we need. It says it's a growing events market. It's a growing market. There are diverse clients. These are the opportunities. There's a vibrant wedding industry. There are many businesses in Nigeria organize conferences, products of launches, and all of that. And then it goes on to tell us what the challenges are. So there are a number of competition. We know that for a fact. Regulatory challenges, getting approvals and all of that. Client expectation. Clients have high expectations. Time consuming. There's issues of logistics and crisis management that one needs to consider. So this is a solid way to explore and then start to build on, based on the opportunities that it tells you. You can then go and you can exploit further. It should not be the final point of data you use to start off a business. It just gives you and guides you on. Another thing we can use, so many of us are considering how we can use generative AI in our business, and we don't know how to do it. So let's ask ChatGPT. So you can say, give me examples of how I can use generative AI to help increase productivity and profitability of my legal practice. Let's assume someone that has a legal firm or legal business. And so how can it help you? It's come up with a couple of things. Perfect. It says generative AI can be a valuable tool in the legal industry to increase productivity and profitability by automating certain tasks, providing insights, and enhancing the overall efficiency of your practice. So it says you can use it for contract generation, legal research memos, talks about case law analysis, regulatory compliance, contract analysis, due diligence, predictive analytics, e-discovery, client intake and onboarding. So these are things that if you run a legal business, a way that you can deploy AI in your business to help increase your efficiency in the business. For many people, we know that business school tells us there are frameworks that we can use to guide us. Some time ago, Pastor Wale was teaching us how we can use the 6 Thinking Hats framework, and this is a business framework, so how can you can actually apply it to your business. You can ask ChatGPT to apply it to your business or a challenge that you have in your business. But even if you don't know what 6 Thinking Hats framework is, you can ask it, what is the 6 Thinking Hats framework? It says it's a creative. Perfect. So it says the 6 Thinking Hats framework is a creative problem solving and decision making technique developed by Dr. Edward. And it says it gives us the 6. It tells us the white hat is factual thinking, where wearing the white hat focus on facts, data, and information. It tells us the red hat is emotional thinking, black hat is critical thinking. When wearing the black hat, adopt a critical thinking, cautious perspective, identify potential risks, drawbacks, yellow hat, and all of that. Now we can say apply it to the business. So we can say, we can say, using the 6 Thinking Hats framework, brainstorm the following topic: how to deal with a person struggling to meet fulfillment. Let's collect that. Demands of my clients follow. So this person runs a logistics business and he has a staff that is struggling to meet fulfillment demands. You can ask ChatGPT. So using this, so it says, excellent. So it says, certainly. So using the 6 Thinking Hats framework, it says collect data on the person's current workload, that's the staff's current workload, including the number of clients, orders, and delivery schedules. Emotional thinking, acknowledge the person's feelings and stress related to the situation. Black hat, identify the root causes of the struggles, such as inadequate resources, poor time management, or operational inefficiencies. The yellow hat, explore potential solutions. And then on. So you can begin to see the power that you have at your disposal. You can apply any other framework that you feel is relevant to your business. You can use the blue ocean strategy applied to the sort of business that you're doing, any of the management framework, and then you get benefits from it. Another solid case for generative AI tools, particularly the text-to-text generative AI tools in the area of content creation or marketing for your products and services, or if you run a marketing agency and you provide services to businesses. So to To do this, we'll be using a competitor to ChatGPT, which is bad, from Google. It's equally as powerful, and as a matter of fact, because this is connected to the internet, it's touted to provide stronger content than ChatGPT currently provides. So let's assume that um, you are into real estate, and one of the things that marketing agencies do is they write content about real estate so that you can invite people into your business. So you can say, write an article on the benefits of owning a home in Ikoyi. You can run that. Google just does the work in the background and then displays the answers much later. So Ikoyi is a high-end neighborhood in Lagos. It is home to some of the, it gives high property value, exclusive lifestyle, blah, 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 blah. That's one method you can use. You can also change the prompt. Maybe you want the article to be longer and you want to write it in a particular style. So you can say, write an article on the benefits of owning, write a 500 word article on owning a home in Ikoyi, write in the style of New York Times. So you just want to copy New York Times. You want to see how they write. So this one says Ikoyi is a high-end neighborhood in Lagos, Nigeria. It's home to some of the most expensive. Here it says Ikoyi is a high-end neighborhood in Lagos, Nigeria. Essentially, almost the same thing, but it will use certain nuances. You can see it almost writes in academic format. So that's one way. You can also tell it to write, for instance, a Facebook ad for you. So you can say, write me a copy. So people that are in marketing understand when I say copy. Copy are the things that you write in when you put out adverts. So write me a copy in 100 words for a Facebook ad to sell my accounting services. My target audiences are women who own small and medium businesses doing 100 million naira in annual revenue. And so it can go to work. Perfect. So it says, are you a woman who owns a small business, medium? Blah, blah. If so, I can help you with your accounting needs. I am a qualified accountant with over 10 years of experience in helping businesses grow and succeed. I can help you with bookkeeping. And it says all of this. It's not very tidy because the quality of the prompt and the information is also not tidy. But you can begin to see how you can use this tool effectively. Beyond businesses, you can also use ChatGPT for those searching for new jobs and new roles. You can also use it in that process. For instance, we've been talking about in the previous sessions, talking about exploring new jobs, working on CVs, working on resumes, and all of that. You can actually use it to create a new resume. If you don't have a resume at all, you can actually use it to create a new resume from ground up. So let's just give it a prompt. Right, let's go back to ChatGPT and we can put a prompt in there and you can say, write me a resume, and you give it details. I have 5 years of work experience as an IT specialist. My skills include network and systems management, IT service management, database management. And it says at the end, please write the resume in a friendly and professional tone. So you put that prompt in and it will generate some sort of a template for you to fill. Not just to fill, but to complete. So it talks about 4 years, it gives date of employment, you fit that in. spent 4 years with Andela based on what we gave it. I gave an objective, skill sets. If you had included education, would have filled that up, and all of that certifications. So you can use it as a framework to then put in additional information. Don't use it as it is. Already the HR professionals have told us how we can update our CVs, so we can use that to as a starting point. In the process, you can also use it to help you through an interview process. So you can use it as to help you prepare for interview. So say I want you to act as an interviewer for an IT technical support supervisor role. I will be the candidate and you will ask me interview questions. I want you to only reply as the interviewer, and then you can start. And then of course it goes, can you please start by providing an overview of your experience? So you can do that easily. My name is Sean, and so I respond. It's clear you have substantial background in IT support and supervision. Let's dive a bit deeper. And then he asks the same question. He asks further questions, and let's ask it to role play. I want you to role play as an interviewer and interview for the IT support supervision job at Premium Bank, for instance. So it will ask question and then it will respond. It will ask question and respond, ask questions and respond, so that you have model answers, with which you can prepare for an interview. So excellent. Good morning. Welcome to the interview for the IT support supervisor position at Premium Bank. Interview. Good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Dat. I'm excited to be here today. I have 8 years experience in IT support with a strong, and then so that it will ask itself the very tough question and provide answers. And then this will help you along the way as you apply for your job. One of the amazing things you can do with this tool is to quickly draft a contract. Please bear in mind that legal representation is still required in the area of contract drafting, so that you can ensure that it is legally enforceable. But if you need to quickly draft something that is informal, or draft something that your legal advisor can then work on, it's a good place to start. So let's jump back into ChatGPT and we'll just put a prompt, and it says, so this is someone trying to draft a legal agreement for a lease. So I want to draft a lease for a warehouse for a period of 20 years. The terms of the contract are as follows: payment term is 5 million per annum, renewable after 10 years, with upward review of not more than 50%. So we just put that in and let it go, and you can see it's drafting the agreement. Of course, putting in the spaces where you can then put specific details like the date, the landowner, the address, the contact address, and it's just basically run through putting all the terms, the lease terms, the rent payment, the maintenance, the government law, and then signature areas. This is a good place where you can start. Another thing that you can do is you can receive an existing contract, and you essentially want ChatGPT or the generative tool to help to review that contract. So I'm just going to put that thing. So this is an existing contract that you have received on the purchase of a car. So we say review the following agreement and help identify possible risks to buyer contained in the agreement. and ChatGPT goes. And then it starts to identify risks that the buyer may be exposed to. It says lack of vehicle details, there are issues with payment. The agreement mentions a value consideration but does not specify the exact amount agreed upon for the sale. Responsibility and risk, lack of witnesses. So you can see ChatGPT is very useful for this sort of thing, but bear in mind, and as a matter of fact, I think it actually says additionally it's advisable to consult with a legal professional to ensure that the agreement complies with applicable laws and regulations and are adequate to protect the buyer's rights and interests. So it's important that you still need to speak to your lawyer to ensure that the agreement is legal and it's enforceable. Next, we'll be jumping to image generators where text will be imputed to generate images that can be used in adverts. It can be used in selling creative work, and it's actually extensive, and this is exciting. So I'm just going to be playing a couple of videos to share what is available. Alright, so
we just created this in just 2 minutes. Are you ready to learn about a free AI art generator that can create this, or even this by feeding it the right prompts? And here's the deal, it's incredibly easy to use, completely free, and with some basic knowledge that this video will give you, you'll be able to create beautiful pieces of art yourself, kinda. Okay, so the easiest way to access this is using Discord. If you don't have Discord already, you can just head on over to discord.com and simply download it. If you're not familiar, it's like a WhatsApp for communities. Once you fill this out, you have a Discord account and we can get to using Midjourney. Okay, now that you have Discord set up, you need to join the Midjourney server to use this. As promised, it's gonna be super simple. You just go to discord.gg/Midjourney. Link is in the description below. Once you confirm the invite, you just joined the Midjourney Discord server. And this is by far the easiest way to interact with it. All you need to do is go into one of these newbie channels and type /imagine. Now I get to tell it the keywords of what I wanted to generate. Okay, so I went with a dragon riding scenario here. And now I'll give it 2 instructions, which will make this result very realistic and detailed. Okay, and one last thing, to get the best results, you have to type --v_4. That tells it to use version 4 of Midjourney, which will give you the best results. Additionally, I also tell it --AR 2:3. This picks the aspect ratio and you have the options of 2:3, 1:1, or 3:2. Hit enter, and now we wait. There you go, wow. Okay, so now you get 9 more options. U stands for upscale, that means if I like one of these, it scales it up to full resolution. And V stands for I like this version, create 4 more like that. And these arrows are you got it wrong, go over again. So I'm thinking version 3 right here is closest to my vision, so I'll just say V3. Okay, not bad, I think number 2 is a winner. So I'll go ahead and say upscale 2. And there you go, you can generate 25 of these for free. After that, it costs $10 a month to get 200 of these, which also allows you to generate this privately as this is public. If I go on this message, say add reaction, and use the email emoji, the bot DMs me the full resolution picture. We just created this in just 2 minutes.
Well, since this last recording, a lot has changed with Midjourney. It's no longer free. You now have to pay a monthly subscription to be able to access and generate images. But fortunately, there are new text-to-image generators that are free and we can have access to. One of them is Microsoft Designer, which is free. It can help you quickly generate images that you can use for social media posts. So here we can put a prompt, a Facebook post about my logistics and delivery business, and generate, and we can quickly come up with ideas or concepts that you can then use to you can adjust and make amendment as needed. So you can see bringing up images that are related to logistics, delivery, and then you can change the text. You can use for your advert. Another business that does this pretty well, very close to Midjourney, is of course Adobe Firefly. As you can see some of the images that have been created. using prompts and all that. So you can also create your own prompt. So let's say you are into interior design and you're trying to create an office space. You can come in here. You can put a prompt, a white office desk with MacBook on it in a spacious, exquisite office space. And you can ask it to generate that for you. It'll take a couple of minutes. You can see here that there are options. There's the art option, there's the photo, there's graphics. So this is the art option. So it's not, it's, you can see it's done in it. So I can change this and say, give me in photo, proper photos, and then click on refresh, and it will immediately, well, so here it's giving me realistic designs. Every time I can click on refresh again, it will just go and generate and give me brand new images. So these are tools that you have at your fingertips to use at ease. You can use in your presentations. You can use it in your reports, in your designs, and all. You're going to find this next tool very, very useful for you. That scenario where it's 8 p.m. in the evening and you are getting ready to go home, and your CEO walks into your office and says, "Oh, by the way, we have to make a presentation to the board tomorrow morning," there's a new prospect, a new client that has come in, and you have to quickly make a presentation to the CEO. You know what it means to you sometimes. The anxiety of, oh, that what this means is I have to stay up all night just to work on this presentation. Wouldn't it be nice to have a tool that can do this for us quickly? So that's the next tool that we're going to be exploring, and it's called Tome or Tome. Um, Essentially, what it does, it has a couple of templates that are already pre-installed on it that you can use, you can leverage. So your fundraising page, lecture page, similar to what you will have on Canva, any of these other tools. But if you didn't want to use any of this, you wanted it to create the entire presentation from ground up, all you need to do is to click on create, and it will come up with these options. What you want to do: create template, create presentation, document presentation, or you want to create an image or upload an image. So if you click create template, this is where you'll put your instruction, and right here is where you can change the number of pages. So you can increase up to 25, or you can leave it at 10. I like to use 10, so we just go with 10. So let's assume it's for an event management presentation you need to make for a wedding. You put that in, and the next thing it will do is to generate an outline for you. The outline will essentially, congratulating them, why choose us, our services, essentially the things that you will find in a presentation, and then you can go ahead to click create, and it's going to quickly do that presentation for you. Just the title of the presentation, the outline, and then the presentation itself. You can see it generating the text and then generating the images. So let's go back to the first one. You can see it's already fully completed this. Congratulations on your engagement, why choose us. It gives the text and then it gives the images. So essentially you can come in here, you can modify the text if you choose. You can also swap the images if it's not suitable for you. So it's a very useful tool to play around with. So, gentlemen, you will find this next tool very, very fascinating. Imagine if you could create video at the drop of a hat, without having to incur the huge cost of, hiring presenters, hiring a crew, setting up equipment, the cost constraints that you have in the organization, having to get them to edit, then they do retakes, and then you have to, but if you can quickly have video in minutes that you can use for staff training, for your personal training services, that you can use to communicate with your customers in a personalized way. So you don't have to send the same communication to different customers. You look at their peculiarities and you send a message to them via video, or you can do internal communication, such as the tool that we're looking at next. Is called Synthesia. So we just watch the video.
Hey, I'm Alex, and here's a quick Synthesia product demo. To begin, choose from a wide variety of fully customizable video templates. Then, select your preferred AI avatar. Now, type in text in over 120 languages.
And choose a narration style or local accent.
Next, start editing your video. Easily change colors to match your brand identity and upload your logo or other brand assets that you can reuse for future videos. Alternatively, you can choose from a library of millions of royalty-free media assets such as videos, images, icons, and more. Add your text and position everything easily thanks to the snapping function. And if you need, you can also add a soundtrack. Record quick videos of your screen with a built-in screen recorder, so you don't have to jump in between apps. Trim and crop your recording and adapt it to your scene. Animate elements by dropping markers in your script. It's an easy, satisfying, and super quick way to make your video look more professional. When you're ready, click Generate Video and include or exclude automatic closed captions. Share your video with your team to get feedback and add comments. If you need to make changes, simply edit your video, adjust it, and generate a new one in minutes. Finally, when your video is ready, you can download it, share it, or embed it. And that's it. Try it for yourself today. Ciao, ciao.
I'm really excited about this next tool that we'll be exploring. It is sure to blow your mind. Imagine you can communicate in a language that you understand and have it translated into another language that you naturally do not speak. Imagine you are able to take your business anywhere in the world without the restrictions of the language barrier that you would normally face. Imagine you being able to provide your services to a truly global audience by yourself and not through an interpreter or someone to translate the message for you. That is exactly the power of this AI tool that we will be demonstrating next. You have the power and the ability to speak to anyone, anytime, and anywhere in the world, irrespective of the language they speak, be it French, German, Spanish, or Mandarin. In business, this is a powerful ability to process and to work with. This is truly valuable. Let's jump in. So this tool is known as Agent, and you can use to create training videos. You can use to create communication videos for staff, for businesses, for clients. So it has this interface. It has a lot of avatars that are already there. You can use. You can even create an avatar of yourself to use. But what we're going to jump we're going to jump into the lab, and it has this function called Video Translate. So what we will do is to click on it, and then we will drag the video we just created where I was speaking to you. I'm going to drag and drop it into that space and then click submit. It's going to ask me to select the language I want to translate into. So I will select, in this case, I'll select French and then submit. I understand a bit of French, but I really can't speak it. I'm in training mode. So by the time this is fully translated, you will understand the fluency with which I will now be speaking, and you know that that's truly not me. All right, see you soon. Cet outil va vous étonner, je vous le garantis, vous serez époustouflé. Imaginez que vous puissiez communiquer dans une langue que vous comprenez et la faire traduire dans une autre langue que vous ne parlez naturellement pas. Mais cette traduction est faite par vous-même. Imaginez pouvoir emmener votre entreprise partout dans le monde sans la contrainte de la barrière de la langue. Imaginez offrir vos services à un public mondial sans intermédiaire, directement par vous-même, sans traducteur. C'est précisément la puissance de l'outil d'IA que nous allons démontrer ensuite. Maintenant, vous pouvez parler à qui vous voulez, quand vous voulez, où vous voulez ici. Que ce soit en français, en allemand, en espagnol, dans les pays de langue chinoise. Vous avez la capacité de communiquer avec eux en affaires. C'est une capacité puissante à posséder. Alors plongeons directement.